What's up? How you doing? This is the Vinyl Casket, home to the lamest taste. You can check me out on Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube, all at the Vinyl Casket, one word. Please subscribe, like, and comment. Hit the bell for much more. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, thank you guys so much, whether it's on Twitch or YouTube, or you're checking out stuff on my Instagram. I've done very sparingly wrestling content on this channel. Not a lot. I've tried, and it's just a lot of commitment and something that I can't do that late at night, being that I work a job that requires me to be up at like 3 in the morning. But I've tried. AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling's Forbidden Door pay-per-view, I believe this is the third time they've done it, the third year in a row, is happening today. This is June 30th, 2024. It is a Sunday. It is happening today. And guess what? I will be there. I will be experiencing this live, my first pay-per-view ever. I will be there, and I'm super excited. I've done plenty of prediction videos on this channel. Not plenty. I've done a few prediction videos on this channel, whether it be for pay-per-views. I was doing Wednesday night Dynamite cards leading into this month to get excited, and then I just couldn't do it. Every Wednesday I was busy before the thing aired. But AEW Forbidden Door happens tonight. You can buy it on your local pay-per-view, whatever you want to, YouTube, Bleacher Report, however. Very excited. This is a collaboration between these two companies, as well as CMLL, a company in Mexico. I'm gonna hit this. We're gonna start off with the 0 hour show. This is the pre-show. It happens on, I believe it's on YouTube for free, leading into the actual pay-per-view. And it says there's a time on there. Wait. This starts at 6:30. So I'm going to get there around 6. This starts at 6:30. I'm definitely going to get it at 6:30 Eastern time. We are in New York. They claim they're on Long Island. They're in Queens. They're at UBS Arena, the home to the Islanders. But it's next to Belmont Racetrack, which is technically in Elmont/Belmont, which is Queens. Very excited about this whole card, but we'll start with the predictions for the pre-show, 0 hour. Every AEW pay-per-view has a 0 hour. It's really cool. Basically, they use it to get really good matches. Usually, they're like interesting matches to persuade people to buy the pay-per-view last minute, because they click on the YouTube video, they watch it, they get to see all the commentary and the promos leading in and all the interviewing, and then you get kind of hooked because there's a couple good matches, and then you're like, okay, I'll buy it. That's their thought process. This 0 hour is stacked, in my opinion. We'll start from bottom up, I think. We have a 4-way tag team match. I did not watch all of Collision last night, so I know this is announced on there. I don't know if there's a stipulation or someone gets a number 1 contender or something, but we have Private Party versus very interesting, Gabe Kidd teaming up with Roderick Strong. Roderick Strong is a member of the Undisputed Kingdom, formerly the International. That's what it's called. I know it changed. It was the All Atlantic. Now it's the International. Was the previous international title holder for AEW. And he's teaming up with the New Japan Strong champion, Gabe King. Yes. Who is a member of the current Bullet Club in Japan. Very interesting. They kind of hanging out together on Dynamite, and now they teamed up because Kyle O'Reilly teamed up with, I hope I say it, Tomohiro Ishii. They teamed up, and the Kingdom's been trying to get Kyle to come back since he's come out of an injury. And that's like a feud that's going on, which is interesting how that formed. And then most importantly in this 4-way tag team match is the House of Black. More directly, it should say here, the Throne of the Blackthorn, which is Malachi Black and Brody King. If you don't know, Obviously, I'm wearing a House of Black sweatshirt. This is from the release of all their music together, all their intro music. Has all their faces on the back. I'm going to be wearing the special edition Ruckin' Fountain, whatever, Trios Championship shirt for them, or my. I haven't decided if I'm going to do that or if I'm going to do my Kings of the Black Throne shirt. But that's my favorite faction in AEW. Obviously, I'm going to go with House of Black winning. They're them and Private Party are the only real tag teams here, especially, and I believe that they'll probably win because they've been putting some hype on them. I really think, almost called him Alistair, I really think Malachi should be in the main event, the main show for the TNT title, but whatever. Then we have the Long Island Girls going against each other this time. So previous tag team, Will Nightingale and Chris Statlander are having a feud. They're teaming up with one person each from Japan that I don't know much about either of them. I'm going to go with Statlander, being that she is the heel in this situation, and I think they're going to put some smoke back on her to go back after the TBS title, which she had. Then we go into a quarterfinal match for the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. This is Mariah May versus Saraya. Saraya debuted on Long Island 2 years ago at Arthur Ashe, I believe. So I want to put the hype on her, but they haven't really been building her. But theory coming later on, I believe Mariah May is going to betray Toni Storm in the main event, or in the main card. So I think she's going to win this to gain that hype, and then she's going to either cost Toni the championship so that she could take out her friend later on, or she's going to just turn on her after she wins. So I think she's going to win. I think I'm going to put my money on Mariah May, thinking that this is going to be the lead. She wins this in 0 hour and then goes and turns in the main card. And then finally, I have a trio match, which I'm super excited about. So from Japan, you have Yoda, Titan, and Tanahashi teaming up against the Lucha Brothers, Rey Fenix and Penta, versus teaming up with Mystico. And if you don't know who Mystico is the original WWE Sin Cara, which is cool. Not the Sin Cara with the giant arm tattoo, the first one. He's awesome. I'm very excited to see him here. It's interesting that they chose the Lucha Brothers instead of Rush and Jalisco, because Jalisco was the guy that took on the mystical mask in Mexico when he left to take on to go to WWE. So I'm assuming that's because AAA and CMLL don't work together, and they don't allow the mix on the show, which is annoying. But I would have loved to see the original Mystico with Jalisco teaming up, because that would have been really cool. I'm gonna go with them, Lucha Brothers and Mystico winning. These are up top are the people hosting the 0 hour. You have Renee Paquette, which is John Moxley's wife, RJ City, Jeff Jarrett, and Rocky Romero. I wish Rocky was participating in some way, but he's not. So we're gonna take this card off because I'm already going way longer than I wanted to. And here is the main card. So obviously there's a lot to break down. There's a lot of matches. This bottom match was just announced last night, I believe. I think we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 on here, 10, and then 4 on the previous. So there's 14 matches happening tonight. That's incredibly insane. So with that being said, I'm going to go from the bottom up. Trios match, Samoa Joe, Hook, and Shibata versus Chris Jericho, Big Bill, and Jeff Cobb. First off, I'm really annoyed about this. Jeff Cobb was annoyed with the booking for this show and went out of his way to do his own, open challenge for his title, which is the New Japan TV title, which it doesn't even advertise that he's holding. He's not even holding it in the image, which is annoying. Even though Chris Jericho is holding the FTW title, very annoying because they completely ignored him and then threw him in this trios match last minute. That's really stupid. I think he should be on TV, on pay-per-view. I think he should be defending the New Japan title. But I'm going to go with Hook and Samoa Joe's team with Shibata winning. That's a stacked team. Those guys have been on a roll. It's on Long Island, technically, which is the home to Hook and Taz. So we'll go with that. MJF versus Hysterico. He's been having great matches, I think, in this process, in this like season of crossover. But MJF is easily going to win. It's freaking Long Island. He's going to win. Orange Cassidy versus Zack Sabre. I think Zack Sabre Jr. is going to win this one. Even though I am a big Orange Cassidy fan, I think he's going to win this one. I think he's lost twice now to Orange Cassidy, so I think this is the one. The Elite Trios match versus the Acclaimed and Hiroshi Tanahashi. Wait a minute. Oh, I get them confused. I think that the Acclaim and Tanahashi is going to win. Tanahashi is the vice president of New Japan. And with, the whole thing with the Elite having all the titles, not defending the tag titles or the Continental title, I think that they need to lose. I think they need to build some hype on these guys falling apart and again taking over. I think Christopher Danielson is going to show up too, to knock some fire out of their socks. Owen Hart qualifier or quarterfinal, we have Shingo versus Bryan Danielson. I'm going to go with Bryan Danielson. I think he's going to win the whole tournament this year. I think that we're starting his last run in wrestling as a main eventer. I think he's going to take it all the way, win this tournament, and then win a title. Then we go on to something I'm super excited about, which is I'm happy I waited for this poster to be released fully because the missing member is now here. The TNT Championship ladder match. The TNT title is currently open because Mr. Adam Copeland, formerly Edge, got hurt. I really am annoyed because he got hurt in defeating Malachi Black. I'm annoyed that Malachi was not given the opportunity or not forced to be on this thing. He should have been just put in here because he lost that match. He should have gotten a second opportunity. Very annoyed. But we have Dante Martin, who's a high-flying, awesome dude. We have Lio Rush, who if you don't know, you know. We have Konosuke, Mark Briscoe, Jack Perry, formerly known as Jungle Boy, and the last person here, El Phantasmo. If you don't know El Phantasmo, former member of the Bullet Club, good friend to Jay White and Juice Robinson, who are not mysteriously on this card. I would love, which is annoying in my opinion, because they are big Japan guys that came from Japan. Why are they not here? Why are we not having a Bullet Club versus Bullet Club? I don't know why the trios title is not defended here. We have 2 trios matches, no trios title on defense. Very annoyed. Especially when you have your trios title is got multiple guys from Japan on it. Like, it doesn't make sense. But I 100% think that we're going to get Jack Perry winning because he is part of the Elite right now. Konosuke should win. He does deserve it. But my money is going to be on El Phantasmo because I have a feeling that Bullet Club, like the Bang Bang Gang, is going to show up and cause some kind of scene with Lio Rush, with Jack Perry, with Konosuke, and somehow El Phantasmo is going to join AEW and be another member of the new Bullet Club Gold. So I want him to win, but I think Jack Perry's going to win. Then the Women's Championship. We have Toni Storm versus Mina Shikawa, who is in Stardom. She's part of the Trios title. They both have relationship with Mariah May. I think that she's going to turn. I gonna say Tony's gonna win, but then Mariah May is gonna turn on her, and then the downfall of the title, where people are gonna start beating her off, and then eventually she's gonna lose it to someone. IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, Jon Moxley versus Naito. I want not Moxley to win. I'm just gonna say it. I have a feeling he's gonna lose it here, but I want Moxley to win. Then title for title, we have TBS versus New Japan Strong Women's title. We have Mercedes Moné versus Stephanie Vaker. I think Mercedes Moné is gonna win. I don't think Vaker's gonna take the TBS title. Because honestly, AEW cares more about the TBS title than the women's title. It makes no sense. And then finally, the main event here is Swerve Strickland versus Will Ospreay for the AEW World Championship. You have the world champion versus the international champion, the former GOAT of Japan. I think I'm going to put my money on Will Ospreay. I think Will Ospreay is going to win. I really do. I think he's going to be the first AEW World Champion to be a dual AEW champion. I know that what's his name, Kenny Omega had done it with the the TNA title, but I think he's going to be the first guy to have two titles in AEW at the same time. And he's going to then beat Garcia and not give it up. But I think that MJF is going to take one of those titles off of him. So I'm going to go with Will Ospreay. And that is the massive 14-match event that I will be at. I don't think I'm going to stay the whole time because I do have work tomorrow morning. But I'm super excited about this. I cannot wait. This is amazing. This is a stacked card. There is definitely things that I would change. I think the representation of Bullet Club is severely lacking, with Gabe Kidd being on the pre-show, El Phantasmo barely being represented here. I think it's very annoying. Undisputed Kingdom isn't really represented here. Jay White and Bang Bang Gang isn't here at all. Guys that have heavy ties to Japan should be on the Japan overlap. I don't know why not. I know that a lot of the luchador style guys aren't on here because they still have contracts with AAA and CML, don't work together. Besides that, solid show. There's things I would change. That's every show. I'm super excited. Hopefully I'm right on some of these. I'll maybe do a review of the show when on Monday. Thank you guys so much. This is the Von Casket, home to Lamest Taste. You can check me on Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube, where you can subscribe, like, and comment. Hit the bell for much, much more. Remember, get in the comments, talk about your predictions. This is the Von Casket. This is the Forbidden Door. I need you guys to do me a massive favor. Home to Lamest Taste. Subscribe, like, and comment. Hit the bell for much, much more. Do me a massive favor. Stay lame.